what's happening here. It is 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. That means foodies and friends. Katie Stone, right, and Shotgun as always. Katie, introduce our guest. Tell the viewers where we are.
Yes, you guys, we're at a brand new Cuban restaurant. Yay, Buena Vista. Joining me is the owner, Roberto Diaz. Woo!
Thank you for inviting me to such a beautiful show.
Hey man, thank you for being here. I'm very excited. When Katie told me we were coming here, man, I tell you, I jumped up out of my chair and started yelling because we were here for your grand opening.
Yes, Ruben.
Several months ago.
Yes.
And how has it been since then?
It's been great. It's been amazing. Houston have been so supportive to us. The community loves the food, and our staff is doing a great job. Our kitchen is getting the food out good. We're very, very, very happy. And I think that you are a very big part of this success because you are a beginner and here, so you really help us get the word out.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's what we do on Fox 26. And you are participating in Eat, Drink, HT,
Yes.
Yeah.
What a great cause. What a great cause.
And the Pelton Children's Center. Of course, this is the sister event to Houston Restaurant Week, so you don't have to wait until August to dine out and do good. And we're so excited to be able to show Cuban dishes because I don't think we've ever had Cuban dishes.
Well, we have not, and this is a first for us. So do you want to hit the foodie cam real quick?
I'd love to hit the
Let's
foodie
go
cam.
to the foodie cam. We're going to look at a dish, guys, and then Roberto is going to...
Even though you can't see us.
So, Roberto, tell us about this dish. Describe it to the folks at home.
This is ropa vieja. This dish goes way back 500 years. The Spaniards brought it to Cuba. It's the most famous dish in Cuba. Is called ropa vieja because it's shredded. There's with flank steak, they season it with tomato sauce, peppers, onions, and some oregano, and it's very slowly cooked. It's slowly cooked about 4 to 5 hours, so it gets all the seasoning in it, and it's very, very tasty. I really highly recommend. And you know, most Cuban dishes go with rice and beans.
Of
so
course.
the beans is a must.
Of course.
So we have the rice there, you know.
I love it.
It's a great dish. It's really, really a great dish.
I love that. I'm excited. Katie, you're going to love that.
Type of meat?
Flank steak.
Yeah.
Flank steak.
Yeah.
It's a very lean meat.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's no fat in it. It's very, very lean. It's a very good dish.
Now, you mentioned 4 or 5 hours for...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For you, my dear.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you need to be the guest of honor and jump in there. Roberto, while Katie is about to taste the ropa vieja, why did you decide to come to Houston and open a restaurant?
Well, we decided to come to Houston because my daughter moved to Houston. We have other places in New York, Miami, and it's our only daughter. So when she moved here, we came chasing after her, and we fell in love with the city.
I love it.
You know, we were here, and people were so friendly.
Yeah.
We went out to eat to great restaurants in Houston, but we always felt there was lacking a little bit in the Cuban food.
Right.
So when we were looking for the right Cuban food, you know, it was there, but not what we were looking for. So we decided, you know what? Why don't we bring a little bit of Cuban history to Houston? You know, we're very familiar with Miami. So we felt that we would do a great job, not only with the food, but with the experience. You know, we have live music here. The people enjoy very, very much. I think there was a great timing. It was good timing for us to come into the city. I think that this city is exploding. I think that Houston is in the brink of something very, very, very big. I think that all the places are struggling. You know, I come from New York, and you know, I could tell you, New York is going down, and I see Houston going up.
I love that.
You know,
I love
this city.
Not that New York is going down.
But you know, I just think that for whatever reasons, it's very, very clean here. The culture of the people are very friendly.
Yes.
It's a good environment.
Yes.
I feel very at home here.
Right place at the right time.
Yes,
well,
I love it.
Absolutely.
You know, and you bring up something that's interesting in the culture of the hospitality, right? And this is something that we were talking about before. It's very different. Hospitality culture here in Texas is very different from New York. And if you're used to this kind of hospitality, you're kind of in for a shock.
Yes.
For New York. So I have to say, I'm not surprised with what you're saying, because I think in general, people like to enjoy themselves when going out to eat. Going out to eat is very much about the experience.
Absolutely. That's why we want it. I want people to come and not only taste the food, but to have a night out that is an experience.
Yes.
We hear it a lot that people come here and they feel like they're in a vacation. They feel that
Another
they're not
world,
in not just another restaurant.
Yep.
They transport.
Well, that's
and
a
that's the
testament to
idea.
you guys, yeah.
And we've been very, very lucky that I think that we were a little concerned
We could go to foodie camp.
with the people understanding our food, but people I think that like it, they enjoy it, and a lot of times they don't want to leave. They stay here for long periods of time.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
And thank God that we have enough seating that we allow that.
Yes.
People come and enjoy the space.
Because there are restaurants that will try to boot you after an hour.
No.
Well, not to interrupt, foodie camp, and
yes.
it doesn't get. This is classic right here. Tell everybody, Roberto, what are we looking at?
Oh, this is a classic Cuban sandwich. There's a couple of theories about the Cuban sandwich, and a lot of people do not know this. But the Cuban sandwich actually was created in Tampa. Most people think that it was created in Florida. Most people think that it was in Cuba.
Right.
But in the late 1800s, there was a huge Cuban immigration with the tobacco business in Tampa. And they did this sandwich for the workers. And the mix of the pork, the ham, this is a layer of pork. Then we put serrano ham, which is a little bit more expensive than the regular ham, but we do it with that ham because it gives a little bit more
flavor.
taste. Yeah. Swiss cheese and pickles and a little bit of mustard. Now, a lot of people they want to put all the things in the Cuban sandwich, but this is the real recipe of the Cuban sandwich.
Right. This is the classic.
And then where we do the pork, we get the little fat out of the pork. And we braise the bread on top of it. So it gets toasty, and it gives it a little bit of color.
I love that.
And the mix of the flavors, when you shoot on it, it really, really is amazing.
Mixing of flavors.
Well, I guess we have to taste it.
We'll taste it. You twisted our arm.
I love this, man. So, guys, in case we're right here on Washington Avenue, which has become just a entertainment must visit in the city, really, with all the restaurants and bars and everything there is here. So you guys are in a really good spot.
Yes.
You guys picked a great spot.
Ruben, it's funny that you say that because we didn't realize that when we first came, we didn't know the city. Mm-hmm. And people said, oh, this is a good spot. Yeah. But we didn't realize that we were in the right spot. We were,
Excellent.
You like it?
Really, really, truly.
Yeah?
This is mine.
You've had one before.
I have, but probably a very long time ago and not very good.
And guys, this is a big sandwich.
Yeah, it's huge.
So on the Eat Drink HTX menu, this is gonna be one you want to get here.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I need to get.
Yeah.
I'll bring that. Send that one that way and give me I'll cut yours in half.
Okay.
We can share that one.
All right. So there's
Thank you.
All right. And then the kind of meat on this
is pork.
Yep.
Ham, Swiss cheese, pickles, and a little bit of mustard.
Yeah, and the mustard is.
And we do everything here in house.
Yeah.
Except the bread.
It's the perfect amount of mustard for sure.
Sending it to you. All right, fantastic.
All right.
I love this. Well, Katie, I think, are you going to go in the kitchen?
Yeah, we're going to go in the kitchen.
Okay.
We wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Cuban pork because it is a very significant item.
Very important.
Very important, and there's a lot of history, and it is cooked a certain way, it's prepared a certain way, and so I wanted to take you guys in the kitchen to show you how they do their pork.
I love it.
So we're going to go in the back.
Okay.
And then Ruben is going to sit here.
I'm going to stay here. You guys go for it. All right, man. So this is the part of the show where I get a little bit of peace and quiet, and it's just me and my favorite dish of the day. Again, the Cuban sandwich. If you're just joining us, guys, we're at Buena Vista. Right here on Washington Avenue. We're right across from Three Brothers Bakery, Bedrock City Comics. Seriously, y'all, if you haven't checked it out or maybe you've never been to a Cuban restaurant, this is the joint. I'm telling you, they make a mojito that is killer. They've got music on the weekends. They do a killer brunch. They've got a really good DJ. I mean, it's a spot. Elizabeth, you're here, Elizabeth. Thank you for the free comment. And guys, hit the share button. Make sure you let your friends know. Let's go to the kitchen right now with Katie Stone.
All right, guys, back in the kitchen here at Buena Vista.
I want to bring you to our famous pork. This, Gardo, ven para acá.
So this is the pork that we've been hearing about.
This is cooked here. We season it for 48 hours, and then we cook this for about 6 hours, very slowly cooked, about 150 temperature. Okay, and then we seal it. Vamos a sellarlo con un trapito, por favor.
And then you seal it. Yeah.
Ven para acá. Ven para acá.
Yeah.
Busca tu cuchillo para picarlo, para sellarlo. Then we bring it here. Vamos a sellarlo, Gardo. Sellarlo. Sí, dale.
Ah,
It's very crispy.
I see. Yeah. So it's been cooking for about 4 or 5 hours to get that crispiness.
Yes. It's very, if you rush it, then it doesn't, it gets all the flavors. That's why we marinate it for such a long time.
And then tell us what kinds of dishes this pork would go in.
This pork is where we celebrate everything. We celebrate birthdays, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Easter, we celebrate weddings. And the pork is a must. The ropa vieja is important as a Cuban dish, but the pork is really the one that we celebrate with. Every household has pork in every celebration in their home.
And why is that? It's just something that's been going on for so many years.
You got so many farms. You got so history through Cuba, and don't forget, in Cuba they go to the backyard and they get the pork. They season it so it becomes a thing with the family. It's an event with the family.
It's an experience.
It's an experience for 4 or 5 hours of the process. So I think that the important is that a lot of the history of the pork is not only the food, it's the celebration part as a family event that is the important part.
I love
not
that.
Not just the food itself. It's just the meaning behind it. When your grandparents, with the father, the whole entire family gets together and they do this. The dish itself is a get together. Like what we do here for Thanksgiving, that is a month to get together, as a holiday. We do that with pork every holiday.
Well, and it's a wonderful tradition, and it's such a, we were just talking about Houston and how incredibly diverse, and what's so cool is that you guys have now come to Houston and you get to share all of your,
For the matter of fact, I one of the things that I love the fact that we're doing this is at a very low cost. People could try our food. Not only for the good cause of donating the money to the food bank, but it gives an opportunity for people to come in and try our flavors.
Right, because many people haven't tried Cuban food because we haven't had that many Cuban restaurants.
Unless that you really go to Miami or one of these big cities, there's not a lot here,
Yeah.
Vamos a coger el pedacito para
All right, well, we're going to head on back out, and we've got a few more dishes we're going to take a look that are on your Eat, Drink, HTX menu. Yes. Yeah, very good.
So
we'll go right back out, and we'll go visit Ruben because he gets a little bored by himself. And we're back.
Hey, how did it go back there?
It went very, very
Oh my
well.
goodness. Man, I saw you put that pork out of the oven. I was dying. I was dying. That looked incredible. That looked incredible. And we have the menu up here, guys. If you're wondering about the menu. So let's talk about a couple of the items. Pechuga de pollo. So what do we get?
It's a chicken breast marinated, it's not with garlic, and it's a very. We take a long time to marinate, so it's tender and juicy. A lot of times you go to places and the chicken tends to be a little bit dry.
Okay.
So we season this for a whole night before we even consider cooking the chicken. It's a process.
Yeah.
So it's juicy.
Do you guys have any special recipes that have come specifically from your family?
Well, one is very.
Nice.
One of the dishes that is people come here for is the flan.
Yes.
It is divine.
It's really, and the ropa vieja we use a special sauce that I wouldn't like to discuss because
Okay.
it's
Top secret. Top secret.
It's a little bit of the kick of the flavor.
Oh.
So it's
Are we gonna try it?
We tried the ropa vieja.
It was
the-
in there.
That
It was
was
in
in
there.
there.
Yeah.
I thought some of the flan.
No.
Let's go to the
Okay.
foodie cam, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna try the
One of my
flan.
favorite
We're gonna
things.
try the flan.
One of my
Okay.
favorite things in the world. My grandma used to make these for me when I was a little kid, man, and I this was one of my favorite things in the world. Talk about it, Roberto.
The croquetas. These croquetas, you don't see them much in Houston, but this is like a breakfast, lunch, merienda, where they call it like when you come from school for a
Afternoon
break,
snack.
as
Yeah,
an afternoon snack. This is a must in every Cuban household.
absolutely.
And if you go to Miami, you see these little windows that all they sell is croquetas.
Croquetas.
Okay,
Like in a
And,
little bakery window.
A little bakery
Crazy.
window.
Yeah, I
And
love it.
the thing with this, when you try one,
Mhm.
you keep eating. It's like
yeah.
Oh,
it's like
addictive.
you
Dangerous.
addicted. You
We
want
like
more
that.
and more. And we
Dangerous.
make it and chicken, beef, and hams.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
there's
I love
3
it.
different varieties.
Oh, I'd love to try one.
Oh,
of
we're
those.
just
Yes.
wait till you get your
Sure.
hands on one.
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna
You're
hot
gonna-
we're gonna hot swap it. So Roberto, as people are watching and they're thinking of coming here and having the incredible food, what are the hours?
Well, we open at 11 o'clock every day, and we close Monday to Thursday. We close at 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and in the weekend we stay until midnight.
I love it.
And in the weekend we have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we have live music, and the music goes on until 12 o'clock at night. So
Here we
it's
said.
it's an event.
Yes.
People have a lot of fun here on the weekend.
Yes.
You
said-
like the croquetas?
How is it?
I love it.
Is it
absolutely-
good?
It's incredible. Now, are they all different flavors?
Mhm.
Still different flavors.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So try this one.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank
Talk
you.
about your music, because there's not that much Cuban or live, music that
One of the things that
Especially if you
we
are looking
wanted
for
to
it.
create here, it was an experience. So we have different musicians coming. We have Charlie comes on Thursday, Tatiana comes on Saturdays, and she comes on Friday sometimes. But we try to give opportunity to different musicians that they want to show their music,
Mhm.
because it's not a lot of Cuban places that they could perform. So even
Oh.
a lot of times when we have musicians here,
Mhm.
all the musicians show up, and it becomes a big
big
event.
party.
I
Yeah,
love it.
Because they come with the drums, they come with the trumpet,
The
and
horns,
they
the
come and they
percussion.
jump in. We have a stage in the other corner, and they
I'd
jump
be up on
in
that
there,
stage.
and it becomes an
It's a
event.
party.
Like a jam.
I-
I love it.
Party.
And I want to tell you, Ruben, because you are very familiar, and I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to tell you, we are going to do March 10th, Carnaval, Calle 8 in
Oh.
Houston. Okay?
That's big.
That is
That's
the
big.
biggest event in Miami when it comes to the Spanish.
It is a legendary festival.
3-4 million people show up.
Yeah.
And on March 10th, where we were waiting to announce, but you know what? I'm going to announce it
Breaking
right
Thank you,
now.
Roberto.
This is
Breaking
great
news.
Okay.
Breaking
So
news.
we
I
are
love
going to
it.
do a whole entire event. We're trying to get the cities to allow us to close the side street, but we're going to have music all day. We're going to roast a pig outside. So we're going to have DJs, live band,
I love it.
inside, outdoors, all day long.
There
We
you go,
are
guys.
going to create a carnival event in Buena Vista.
I love it.
What's the
Got-
date?
March 10th.
March 10th.
10th.
Guys, let's
So,
go to the
March
foodie
10th.
cam.
Foodie cam.
We got a lot of food coming. We will talk more about
We
that
have a
special
lot of
event,
food.
but I want to make sure we get all your delicious
All
food
right,
on
here we
camera.
go. What's
Roberto, what do
this?
we have? What is this dish here?
Oh, that's the tostones rellenos. Tostones is the plantain, and we get the plantain, we smash the plantain, and then we give it that cup view, and we fill it with ropa vieja. We have
Wow.
some that we fill with shrimp,
Wow.
and some that we fill with pork. I believe that all these with ropa vieja,
Okay,
but
that's
they're
fine.
very, very tasty because then you get when you take a bite, you take the meat, the juices with the plantain.
I love it. Let's keep the foodie cam there. Let's just hot swap.
Hot swap.
Just hot swap it, man, because we got a lot of dishes to talk about.
We have a lot of dancing.
Yes,
Oh,
this
man,
this
look at
Oh.
this. Katie,
you see, oh, this one is
Camarones.
camarones,
Mm-hmm.
shrimp.
Shrimp.
You want to
Ropa
go shrimp
vieja.
first?
Yeah.
go shrimp.
Do I just pick it up?
Pick it
Yeah,
up,
pick it
Katie.
up and
So
take
just
a
like a
bite.
little-
Take a bite.
Use
Take
your
a bite.
fingers.
Yeah.
It's family style.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What's happening?
Mhm.
Look at that
It's good,
face.
right?
Look at that face.
Mhm.
Because it absorbs all the juice, you know.
Oh,
Yes. Oh my goodness, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I love this, man. I love
There's
this.
a lot in there right now.
So
It's kind of-
what's
And we
so,
offering this, and we offering this for lunch, and we're gonna offer this for dinner.
I love it.
You know,
Love
where
it.
you know these are very special dishes that we want to bring to the public. But you know, to be honest with you, I want to raise the most money. You know, I want to raise the most money. So you know,
We
we are
like
new.
that.
We are the new kid
We
in the
like
block.
that.
but when we decided-
you're throwing it down.
when we
Oh,
decided
foodie
the
cam.
menu,
Here we go.
there were some dishes that the people said, "Oh, that's a little expensive to put it." You know, I said, "No. Let's go.
We
all
want to
out.
win.
We want to
We
win.
like
Yeah,
we want to
baby.
win.
We
You know,
are
so
actually
we
interested in
hopefully
that.
get a lot of support from the people.
Supporting the
and
Houston
we could
Food
write a
Bank
big
and
check.
the Pelton
We
Children's
really,
Center.
you know,
Let's
yes.
go to the foodie cam because there's something very unique on the foodie cam that you likely weren't expecting to see. Roberto.
Talk about this one.
This is the Cuban burger. It's called frita. Frita, you're not gonna find nowhere in Houston for sure.
I've
okay.
never seen
The
this.
frita you're only gonna find in Miami, and this is a combination of meat with pork. We grind it together, okay, and we put a special sauce in the bread, and then we put these little potatoes to give it a crunchy feeling. A lot of the vendors back in the days in Cuba used to use these fritas as a street vendors. It was like the burger of the Havana,
Right.
which is for a period of time it got lost, it disappeared because when Castro took over, there was not enough meat, so it disappeared. And then when you got the immigration in the late 60s, 70s, some people started bringing it back.
Brought it
Right.
back, baby.
But there
Love
was a period of time that disappeared
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
10, 15 years.
Couldn't get it.
You couldn't get it.
Right.
So this might be a lot of our viewers' first
So-
look at this dish.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we haven't seen very much of this in Houston. Oh my goodness.
Katie?
All right. Well. you
Katie.
know,
That's
this-
calling your name. Look at that.
Yes.
Ruben, this
Look
is
at
Ruben
it.
The
calling your
frita
name.
cubana. is-
Frita cubana, and I love the little French fries.
I love the little French fries. They really are very tiny.
Yes, but you know what? When you shoot on it, you know, with the onions and the
Yeah.
fries, it gives it such a little
Yes.
crunch.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
so you get the feeling.
Yes.
They say it's,
I'm gonna let you cut this, Ruben, because
All right.
this is, and then we
I'm
have
not afraid.
We have another. We've got. 6
I'm not
minutes, but
afraid.
We have that really important flan. But
We
we
got
have
like
some
4
other-
minutes.
Oh, we have 4 minutes.
We're having such a good time that the time is
you
flying.
have the pork over there. Oh, this is the steak sandwich. This is
The sandwiches are huge.
this is something that we take big pride. You know, I'm a butcher by trade, so I know meat. So we take a palomilla, which is a very tender meat, and we season it for almost 3 days, 72 hours.
Wow.
This stays is seasoning. Okay, and then we make it to order. So
Yeah.
if we're not using any frozen, nothing here is frozen. Everything is very,
Serious.
very fresh.
Yeah, very serious.
Okay, it's
Yep.
a very, very tasty
I'm gonna swap it out.
sandwich.
All right.
Very
Oh,
filling.
yep,
That's
I'm
crazy.
going here.
That is so good.
We're gonna do a hot swap on the food. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. The bread. Ooh, nice.
The
Yeah.
bread is fantastic.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Especially on this is the same bread as
the Cuban sandwich.
sandwich.
Yes.
Wow.
Where's your bread? Are you doing your bread? Or are you getting
No, we
from
have
somewhere?
have a bakery doing our bread.
Yeah.
A
You can
Cuban guy,
You can shout them out
actually.
if you want to.
Yes, it's the Royal Bakery.
Okay.
Royal Bakery does all our bread. You know, they've been in business, I think, they've been here in Houston for 40, 50
Oh
years.
yeah.
You know,
I know who you're talking about.
They don't serve the public. I
Right.
don't think that they serve the
restaurants,
public just for restaurants.
All right.
But
This-
lovely family.
This is ridiculous.
It's good. You like it?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I tell you, the taste is you get all the juices there.
Textures,
You know-
juices, flavors.
Yes.
Everything is perfect about that dish. Ruben looks like he's perfect. All right, Foodie Cam, what's that?
That is the Afro-Cuban. This is the pork that we were in the back that came out of the oven. We serve it with romoro, which is a combination of white rice and black beans, saute.
Oh man.
This is a very, very besides the ropa vieja, this is probably the most recommended dish that we have.
Okay.
If you really want to learn a little bit about Cuba,
Yeah.
you know, if you want the Cuban flavor,
Taste of the
the
history.
taste of the history,
What your
we really
grandparents were-
yeah,
I love
this is what we celebrate everything with.
Yeah.
This is, you know, this is like a must in any household
Yes.
celebration.
Let's
I love
taste
that.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And
let's
somebody
taste.
bring me a fork.
And somebody put those desserts on the camera.
Yeah.
Because
Are we jumping to desserts? Let's go to desserts.
Oh wait, we're not ready for dessert.
I don't know.
We're not
We're not
always want the
gonna
dessert.
make it to the.
Richard,
We got time. We got time.
Richard.
Kelly has the floor.
Oh, we're good.
un cuchillo.
We have the dessert. Yeah.
Okay,
what's on the
foodie cam. Here we go, baby. Right here. You're looking at it. This is our next dish.
Oh, that's a fish.
Ooh.
That's a red snapper. The red snapper is very, very, you know, we are an island, so
Uh-huh.
that we use a lot of fish.
You eat a lot of fish.
We
Yeah.
eat a lot of fish.
As you should.
And for whatever reason, one of the fish that is caught more in the island is pargo, which is red snapper. And
Yeah.
then we take this and we season it with onions, garlic sauce, and it has a process
Ooh,
where
so
they
good.
marinate it
So
in
good.
like a lime, like a little lime, to suck it in all that flavor.
Yeah.
You see, one of the things that we have in the kitchen is the very, very the preparation is a lot of
Very
preparation.
intense.
It's
Yeah,
very
there's a lot of
intense.
steps.
If you
it
go to the
seems
kitchen, you're
like.
gonna see a lot of people,
Yeah.
and you say, "What? Why would they have
They're
so many
all
people?"
doing different things.
But it's just to get the dish to the table. It's just not to cook it.
yeah.
You know, it takes sometimes 3 days to prepare that dish.
The one little piece of the
To that
dish
little- that's right.
that takes sometimes the longest to cook. All right, we've got desserts on the foodie cam. Hallelujah! Here we go.
So this is the red snapper.
Woo!
So we have all this. Oh,
Here we go.
that is the flan. The one with the flag is the flan. Then we have the tres leche, crema catalana, rice pudding. You know, Cuba has a history of having a lot of sugar cane. We at one time we were the biggest producer of sugar in the world. Okay, so if you go to a Cuban family, they give you a jar for the coffee. You know, when they give you a coffee, they give you a jar of sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
They use a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
so
first time you see it, it's a lot of sugar.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of sugar. You know, you see a Cuban.
Sounds like I would fit in.
So we have a sweet tooth. So desserts are very, very important.
Yes.
And we have a recipe that goes back to my grandmother with a flan, and it's been a great success. People, you know, very famous people come here. You know, sport people
Can I
come
have the
here
flan,
just for the
please?
flan.
Yeah. I'm ready to try the flan. Here we go. All right, guys. We are wrapping up.
Guys, we're
here.
running out of time.
Running out of time.
Eat, Drink, HTX is coming. Get ready to dine out and do good. And I am telling you, you have to have Buena Vista on your list. Check this restaurant out. You're going to love it. Roberto, thank you so much.
Thank
We'll see you guys.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Help us win. Help us win.
Help us win. Raise that money, baby.
To raise money for a great cause.
All right.